Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Retro Zord Review. This time we have Serpentera, the personal Zord of Lord Zed, this guy here. This is Lightning Collection, this is Bandai 90s. I thought I'd bring Lord Zed in for like a little show off when his Zord is on the table. Yeah, this will be, I guess, a rather short review because it's one Zord. It has two modes. It doesn't combine. When I compare it to Super Sentai, to Dairanger, what I have to, because that's where this is from originally, there are some differences. In Sentai, in Dairanger, it was a god, basically. In Power Rangers, it's the personal Zord of Lord Zed. In really a big and enormous fighting machine which Zed built to get against the Rangers and beat them. It always had power issues, otherwise the Rangers would have lost badly. And last time on episode 6 we had Thor, the Shuttle Zord, and Ultra Zord, the Thunder Ultra Zord. And if you didn't see that, or if you can see now in the background, even this is really big. The scale is basically not correct for Serpentera, because in the show Serpentera is this big that his foot, his claw, is pushing down Thor. So when you put that in scale, this toy actually had to be my size, for example, or even a bit bigger. But that's kind of a toy nobody would buy, or I guess there are people who buy that, but it's so expensive. And this is from the 90s, so that's a different time, so nobody really would made that. And I guess a Kickstarter today would go with this. There are a lot of people who would buy that, I guess, but back then, nah, not possible. Other than that, it's a really awesome Zord. Same with the others, like the other Thunder Zords and the Season 1 Zords, different stickers. And the Japan toy, which exists as well, is a bit more shiny than this one. This is more golden in the Japan version. And the parts in between here, in the horns, the yellow part in between, that needs to be gone. It basically, I could take an X-Acto knife and cut that out to make it show accurate, because the accurate version is without this in between. I just do not dare to touch that because I might ruin it. Other than this is a really big, enormous toy. I highly recommend it. Here in the chest piece is a red orb. That's a leftover from the Japan toy. In the Japan toy, it has lights and I guess sounds as well. I'm not sure with that, but lights for sure. So that's we got cheaped out, if we want to say it like that. But if you can see this guy somewhere used or even new in box, try to get it. I highly recommend Serpentera. It's a really nice toy. I will give you another short look on him. When he's in front, I will stop the turntable for a sec and show the other mode. If I can get on the lever or the button here. Yeah. Zed, you have to move a bit, sorry. I have a display stand on him on the shelf. I hope he doesn't crash on me. So transformation is not that hard. Normally he appears in the show in this flying version and not in this like standing up mode. You just put the head back. The arms here, they have removable parts. You put them down and click them in and put them straight down, and then you can flap the golden parts here, the chest piece, like this, and then you can get the arms back up. You would have like his claws out, and he has those legs a bit angled, so that he's basically like more like give me a second, more like this. Have the tail maybe like this. There's also no legacy version or anything else. There's just like this, I guess. I never seen like a small version or something else like this. I would put him here, but as you can see, he does not really fit on here. I tried that to turn it in, he would fall down, so I just have to show him like this. I really like the Zord, and I highly recommend him, as I can say. Yeah, rest like this. Don't. You need rest, sleep, my friend. Normally, if you watch videos from myself, he's up there on the ceiling, flies there. I use some fishing lines to have him fly, and I used more than one to keep him secure because he has a bit weight to him, but he's not too heavy. That's like more the rather short review. This completes the Season 2 Zord lineup, toy-wise. At this point, I would love to have a Lightning Collection version of this. I hope Hasbro has an idea of like making similar stuff like this in a fancy way. I would love that. And I'm willing to pay a bit more money to have a really, really nice version of this. I mean, this is nice, but maybe like a bit more articulated, or I don't know, maybe a bit smaller scaled, for example, and some metal. I don't know, but like a fancy version of it. This thing is from '94. It's almost 30 years old now. So, but I'm really happy to have it in the collection. And if you don't have already, try to get hold of it. It's really nice addition. So, as always, even if the video is shorter, I blab too much. Thanks for watching. We will see us in episode 8 when we start with the Ninja Megazord.